What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Diarrhea of a Madman, Volume 3. Uh, of Let's get the show started. What is going on? What is going on? I talked last time about that thing that was bothering me. I ended up going to see a doctor, and luckily was able to get right in. And they called me back, and I went back. And anyway, it's kind of strange when you tell a doctor. I found out that you can't use their terms with them because they just immediately shut down. This is what my wife told me, who is a nurse, because I was explaining to her how I had explained it to the doctor, because the doctor just like, had me like grope my nuts and shit. And then was like, "Oh, I think it's just a groin pull. We'll give you paperwork to go get fucking X-rays. X-rays. Okay, whatever. But the X-rays are in the same place that they do the other stuff too, like ultrasound, which I've had multiple times. Because what I'm trying to get at is I'm telling the doctor that I have experienced 2 hernias within the past 5 years, actually. And so one was the umbilical one, ones that make your fucking belly button stick out. Looks like you're, don't hit the fucking microphone, dog. You're gonna get kicked out. Okay? Love you. So the belly button one, it makes you look like you're a turkey that's done on Thursday. I can't even fucking talk. On Thanksgiving or any other time that you cook a turkey, and the little fucking thing goes to tell you that it's the right temperature to take out and eat. That's what the umbilical one looks like. And then I had the one that was like down where I was been having this kind of pain, but this one's like a little bit deeper. It's more on the butt side. You know what I'm talking about? Like the taint upper. But so yeah, I had a hernia surgery there too. So I've got like I had the hernia surgery. It was like a little octopus machine that, like, if you've ever seen Dr. No, that fat guy shit, like where he just belittles fat people all the time until they get surgery. It's fucking great. He does the same thing. But that's how they fix hernias too. They make these like 3 little fucking cuts depending on where they have to go. And then he walks over to this machine and just plays you like a fucking video game. And they use this like machine that goes in with all these different attachments and they fix you. Anyway, I've had 2 of those. So I'm telling the doctor, like, I know what this feels like. And this feels like a hernia just in a different spot. But so the doctor's like, really just go do X-rays, which had me all in a fucking loop yesterday. I ended up accidentally taking too many of these. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, I thought X-ray. I was like, X-ray is like the bottom level shit. I didn't talk about bone, did I? Like, I'm telling you, I'm feeling. So I go do X-rays, and of course they come back fucking nothing wrong, because you're not seeing it, because ultrasound and CT and MRI does like soft tissue, the kind of one you can see babies moving, and then CT is like better than that, and then like MRI is like top of the fucking line, I guess. So of course that stuff comes back negative, and I don't understand why the doctor just would set me up with such a low, like, because I had experienced 2 hernias before. So I'm telling the wife this morning, and she stopped me. in the middle of me explaining. She's like, "That's it. Like you have to explain. You have to use those words." I think were her words. What words? She's like, the way you described their hernia or what you think is a hernia. Don't use the word hernia because those are their words and they immediately like, who the fuck are you? You don't know shit about. I was like, oh my fucking God. So I have to wait 2 weeks. Now I got to deal with this shit that she thinks is a groin pull. Lady, I played sports. I was in the army for 20 years. She knows this shit. I've experienced groin pulls before. This is not a fucking groin pull. But yeah, so I mean, I got in there to see that, and I'm just gonna have to rest it, as she said. So I can't even go like work out. I'm not supposed to. I'm actually gonna follow their their advice this time because one, I'm lazy and want to, and two, because I want to finally get to the bottom of this. Something that's been fucking with me for years. So hopefully that'll happen. Stay tuned. If I seem a little bit fucking, I had to get amped up to do this. I don't know. Not really to do this. I don't want to feel like it. I'm not going, snorting lines in my bathroom or anything. I don't do coke anymore like I used to. No, I was listening to a lot of Primer 55 and DMX, and Primer 55 is one of those bands that they didn't quite make it, but they were in the nu metal scene in the early 2000s, like with Korn and shit like that. And then Incubus kind of was there for a minute, and they got a little bit poppier afterwards. Taproot was kind of a lower one that didn't get super big. And Primer 55, they didn't get anywhere. I was listening to Introduction to Mayhem. That was the album. It's got their most famous song called Loose. Watch these fuckers jump when I get loose. Yeah, it's fucking, it's California and nu metal rock, like, Deftones, but angrier and less talented. But I mean, it's good. Like, I mean, it's gonna sound bad because if you put in this album, you're a couple like lyrics and change a couple lyrics away, and you're watching that movie. What is it? The Green Room, where that band performs at a white supremacist freaking bar or clubhouse, and I didn't realize it. But yeah, I'm not saying Primer 55 is. I'm just saying there were some songs that get kind of close. Check out G's on Introduction to Mayhem. Anyway, you could perceive that to be a little bit more one-sided than the other. Anyway, that's probably why they didn't make it. All right, first big topic I'm gonna get on to. We are 8.5 minutes in. Thank you for staying with me this long. I gotta tell the story about these. Yeah, these are little mushroom gummies, and I usually microdose a little bit. I'm trying to not partake in alcohol as much, and those seem to help. I mean, right now. But yesterday, like when the doctor put me in for the X-ray, I thought, dude, I got all in my fucking head and didn't realize how many I had already taken. And I started watching that movie Havoc on Netflix with Tom Hardy. Fucking all right. It may have been because I took a lot of these, which are way stronger than I usually. The ones that I usually take are like Treehouse or Treehouse. I don't know how to pronounce it anymore. I just don't care. But I had one of those little fucking lines above it. TRE House. But they're not nearly as strong as these guys' stuff. So I lost count, took too many, started watching this movie, and then was like, holy shit, this movie's fucking awesome. And then I put my phone down for 2 hours and walked the fuck away from it because I got all up in my head and realized, shit, The wife is going to be home in like 4 hours. You need to just eat. And she knew when she got home. I mean, she's a fucking nurse. You know, like I was a little bit off, and I'm supposed to be taking uh the weekdays off of drinking. We see how that's going. But I'm getting better. It used to be, I mean, on a long timeline, I am getting better. It was a bottle of whiskey a fucking day, going to the gym. You know, that's when I was getting into the strongman stuff. So I was like, I pretty much drank so that would continue to consume calories because I would use that to go lift. I got pretty big. I got up to like 265 pounds. I was benching. The only PR I ever did at bench was the 315, and I did it easily. I was squatting over 400, which doesn't seem much, but I'm a 5'7" frame. It's like it would be easier for the shorter guys because it doesn't seem like you have to go up as much. I got a buddy Ferg who's like fucking 6 foot tall, 6+ maybe. I know he can squat. He's fucking strong as hell, but I lifting with him, I was like, dude, you got a much longer way to go up than I do. How is it fair that, we're squatting the same when, you got to, push the bar a little bit further than I do. But anyway, yeah, so I got pretty big, drinking a bottle of whiskey a day. My go-to snack was cheese puffs, the popcorn puffs from Cheetos. Puff corn, that's what they are. And oh my dude, I'd have like a Tupperware bowl, like have you ever bought like macaroni salad or something like that from like Walmart? Excuse me, that is the size bowl I would use. And it'd take half a bag would be in that bowl. And just sit there with fucking whiskey and just pop that and just watch whatever the fuck's on TV. It started like that because I retired. It was like the perfect storm. I retired from the Army in February of 2020. What the fuck happened in America in March of 20? The fucking lockdown. So now I'm just like, fuck yeah, I was going to do this anyway, and just leaned into it way harder than everyone else did, because while everyone else is still doing that, but they're still worried about trying to make money, I didn't have to do that. I was like, I was going to sit on my ass anyway and get hammered, but now I have a reason to get hammered at like 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it was a bottle of whiskey, and then I found the gym. Because I was doing the whiskey drinking, I got into, I think it was something on Hulu, and it had the world's strongest men at the time. It was like 3 of the biggest guys. Nick Best, oh fuck man. I'm only saying him because his name is the easiest. Oberist, he's my favorite. Big old furry motherfucker. The one from Colorado now, he's so huge. Shit, I'll get to him in a minute. Anyway, this was one of those things, just in a alcoholic haze with fucking a belly full of fucking cheese puffs, puff corn. I see these guys lifting. I start watching documentaries on dudes that are just going to the gym and getting big as fuck. And, you consume calories or that kind of thing. And I was like, I don't know. Something clicked, so I figured I could try and do that, and it led to me getting really strong, but also really fat, and causing. I'm going to chalk it up to both hernias, or because I was doing that powerlifting, strongman stuff training, and that's on me though. If you do it the right way, I'm pretty sure you can do it. Just don't try it. By drinking a bottle of whiskey a day and eating puff corn. So when I realized a bottle of whiskey a day was bad, I got to what IPAs? I mean, you weren't around then. Sorry. Yeah, because I was trying to take it down a tier, trying to find the most high level of alcohol that wasn't hard alcohol, because I figured if I just, if I'm not drinking the liquor, if I move to beer, that's better. Classic, right? I assume. So I find IPAs, but what I don't realize is times IPAs are fucking worse in calories than the whiskey. I should have stayed with the whiskey if I was going to consume because I got into Voodoo Ranger, I think I talked about it on the previous episode with my wife. But yeah, they were like 350 calories a beer, and I was drinking a 12 pack, 8 to 12 a day of those things. Um, what got me off those was finding out how much calories, because I was like, started adding it up. I was like, okay, just those alone. And I snack when I drink. It's a habit I picked up while doing the strongman stuff, because I would come home from the gym and I would eat like, rice and chicken and the shit that they tell you to, and then I would be super full. But what makes me hungry and snacky is alcohol. So I would drink alcohol and then just start eating snacks. That's how I got into, like, I don't do puff corn anymore. My biggest snack now is bacon jerky. Shout out Jack Link. She make the best one. But yeah, so I was doing that. I was still snacking. And then with the IPA calories on top of that, fucking A, dude, I gotta get rid of that. So now I'm on the seltzers. I did the regular beers for a while, and I know there's regular stuff too. Miller Lite has less calories. There's other, Modelo now makes one. But dude, I live in the fucking South. It is hot here more often than not. And I enjoy a fucking seltzer. And if you want to call me whatever the fuck you want to call me, I don't give a shit, because I just don't care what the fuck you think. But I like to drink, and I'm trying not to do it as much. So shout out to you, White Claw. You make the best one. First fucking topic. Damn, we are 20 minutes in. We're still deep. Hey, hush. Thank you. First topic. What's going on right now on Twitter X? There's a big debate about, I don't know why I said it like that. Could 100 men defeat one gorilla? All right. Right off the bat, I don't even know why this is a fucking debate. There's no fucking chance. No chance 100 men defeats one gorilla. And I'm going to get into it right now, because first let's find, I mean, it doesn't matter the gorilla. A gorilla in Africa, I think, can judge it by muscle mass or something like that. Just a full male. I've seen it somewhere. It was on a meme, so it has to be true, that a just full grown male gorilla can deadlift 800 pounds. And I would trust that, because I mean, that's the only kind of lift you're ever going to see a gorilla do in the wild, picking something up, from the ground up and then measuring or weighing however much that thing was. And these dudes, guess what? They don't even know about weight training. Okay, so if you think if he can deadlift 800 pounds, just not even know how to do shit. You throw in the bench, you throw in the squat. I mean, these things are incredibly strong. They are just skin, hair, and muscle. And so pick any fucking gorilla and it's going to win. And I tell you that because look up all the what happens to like chimpanzee owners, or what happens when a chimp gets pissed. Dude, they rip your genitals off. They bite your fingers off. They go for your eyes. These are just those little apes that they fucking put diapers on. That everyone thinks are fucking cute. That's what they do. And that's not even, that is like a quarter of a fucking gorilla. Okay? So what do you think a gorilla's gonna do to you if that chimp can just go berserk on people and rip off their genitalia? fucked up, man. So, yeah, pick any gorilla. Now, let's get into the biggest topic. The dudes. Who are these guys? Is it your friends? All right, because let's go with that. 100 fucking guys that I know. I don't even know if I know 100 guys. But if I just started naming off the 100 of like dudes that I know, like, or just can remember, there's no fucking chance we win against one fucking gorilla. Because, I mean, you gotta think there's a fear thing. Like, the only way to defeat a gorilla is you have to fucking full on ambush, right? That means everybody has to be in a rage, all in, and a lot of us are gonna fucking die. And it's not gonna be in a good way. That thing is gonna stomp you. It's gonna like rip your fucking limbs out and then probably swing you around and just smash you against all your friends or people you know's fucking faces like Jason Voorhees and shit. It's not gonna be good. So, I mean, do you want that to happen to your friends? Maybe some. I don't. I think their families would be upset. So let's pull the friendship thing out of it. So 100 basic dudes. What is that? Walmart. All right, go to Walmart or Target or wherever the fuck big store and just clock fucking 100 dudes that are coming in there and put those 100 dudes up against fucking Harambe or Hombre or wherever. I never figured out his name. Pissed off, dude. And I guarantee you, maybe Walmart's a bad because there's a whole lot of handicap parking in there. But still, I mean, where do you get these guys from? Who are these hundreds of dudes? The only ones I think would stand a chance are like these MMA guys who are just they're friends with everyone they know. Or if you just want to pick like the top 100 baddest dudes of all time, which doesn't really make any sense. If you want to keep this thing like, you know, at a logical outcome, you know, because then you can just include like, you know, you can't get into nonfiction characters. You can't put like fucking Deadpool in there against a goddamn, you know, whatever. So, I'm getting off topic. What I'm saying is there's no chance 100 dudes. 100 dudes that you can think of and put them up against one pissed off gorilla because the gorilla will win every time. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna tell these people to fuck off. Dealer service from Colorado Springs. Eat shit. I would in my studio, in the studio here at R&R Studios, something my wife and I have built. There are multiple shelves, and a lot of these items tell a story. And I think what I'm going to start doing with my Diarrhea of a Madman is pull an item off these shelves and talk about it, tell the story of it, because that's why I keep it. It looks like a lot of trinkets and bullshit, but I keep it for a reason. So today's first thing is this here, and if you're listening only, it is a soccer ball or football if you're of European or whatever. Has all the international flags on it. This came from my son when I was, there's Ireland, there's that one. We'll talk about that on the next episode. So my son met me in Baltimore Airport on my way to Afghanistan in December of 2012. Backtrack from there. Stacy and I are together. I'm out of Fort Riley. I get on a bus to go to Kansas City, where we got to fly out to Baltimore. We get to Kansas City and it's fucking December 12th. Or yeah. No, this one the orders were, I don't know, mid-December, right before Christmas. We got to go to Afghanistan. We're at the airport. Fucking snow comes in. Blizzard. Um, our shit keeps on getting delayed, which is a bad thing because we need to be in Baltimore to catch our rotator to a place in, it's not there anymore. I think it was just north of Afghanistan. Anyway, we were supposed to go there and then go down to Afghanistan. But due to the blizzard hitting in Kansas City, we weren't gonna be able to catch a flight out and make it to Baltimore in time. I saw this coming because I was a transporter, and which is weird because we were all transporters, like the logistical type. So I found a bar that was serving beers. I knew that because all the flights were canceling, and the military is going to be the last one to cancel, of course, because they're going to put you in the most fucking danger before, mission first. So about 2 hours before the final notice came down, I was in a bar fucking drinking. We're all in uniform. We're all in the back ass of this fucking Kansas City airport, laying on the ground with our duffel bags, everything we're fucking deploying with. We got to keep a weapons guard awake. So I'm fucking drinking, whatever. And then it comes out, they're like, okay, we can get you to Baltimore, but we were going to do it by bus. So they bring in buses. Got to wake everyone up, middle of the fucking night. I'm hammered. We get on these buses and we go make a stop. And my commander, the only time he was ever fucking cool, Captain Jones, I'll say your name now because you motherfucker, if you ever threaten to punch me in the fucking face again, I will fuck your whole goddamn life up. Anyway, he makes the call. We'll be pulling to the gas station. He's like, go ahead and get beers if you want them. Fuck yeah. So we're on a bus from Kansas City to Baltimore. We're going through the same blizzard on the road that canceled us in the air, trying to get to Baltimore International on time to make our flight overseas so we can be on time to go kick some ass in Afghanistan. So we're on the bus and we're all just fucking getting drunk. I've already been drinking, so I only get a couple in me before I'm passed out and asleep. We're like a 15, no, we were a 19-man team at the time. And so, I mean, think of we got a whole charter bus with only 19 people. We had lots of room. People would pass out. There's just, every time the bus would turn or hit the brakes, you would just hear fucking, just probably piss, but beer and like beer cans and everything just swishing around at the bottom. That bus was so fucking gross. So we get to Baltimore and we miss our rotator to wherever the fuck we're supposed to go, north of Afghanistan. We end up changing our orders and we end up going to fucking Kuwait. But we got to spend more time there in Baltimore. And during that time, my son came up from Virginia. He was young and super into soccer at the time. And he brings this ball with him. And I took a lot of photos because, I mean, Afghanistan was a really fucked up place. Like, I was more frightened going into Afghanistan than I was Iraq. Iraq was like going to war with a silver spoon up your ass. Like, every place was. I mean, I know there were bad places in Iraq. I was in Ramadi, and that sticky ass fucking hellhole sucked. But for the most part, Iraq, wherever you went, like, dude, you're eating on good plates, silverware. There's like DFACs are open 24/7. There's fucking cake. Anyway, Iraq was a blank check. You get to Afghanistan, thinking we've been there how many years more before we were in Iraq? Man, we were still living in fucking tents. It sucked. I mean, just raised wooden and like plywood in between, so everyone heard you jacking it. And yeah, so Afghanistan fucking sucked. But my son he had this ball with him, and we took a bunch of pictures. And then when I got back, I went and visited him, and he gave me the ball because he's an awesome son. So we have hit 30 minutes, and thank you again for showing up and listening to Diarrhea of a Madman. Until next week, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Talk to you later. Hope that was on.